Okay, real talk. Have you ever opened your tax return, saw how much you owe, and immediately felt like you were going to throw up? Maybe you got so caught up in booking clients and editing galleries that tax savings just slipped through the cracks. And now tax season is here, and you're wondering, how am I supposed to pay this when I didn't set anything aside? First, breathe. You're not the first photographer to be in this situation, and you definitely won't be the last. And lucky for you, I've got a game plan. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what to do if you didn't save for taxes so you can get through this tax season without completely draining your bank account. Before we dive in, this video is brought to you by my free masterclass, Maximizing Your Tax Deductions as a Photographer. In this training, I'll walk you through the 5 most commonly missed tax deductions that photographers overlook every single year, so you can legally reduce what you owe. Grab your free spot in the description below. All right, let's get into it. The first thing you need to do is figure out exactly how much you owe. It's tempting to avoid looking at the number because, let's be honest, denial feels easier. But the sooner you know the exact amount, the sooner you can make a plan. Log into your tax prep software or talk to your accountant. Look at your total tax due, not just federal, but also state and self-employment taxes. Write that number down. This is your starting point. And here's the good news. There are options, even if you don't have the full amount sitting in your bank account. Let's talk about them. This is a big one that not everyone knows. Even if you can't pay your full tax bill right now, you still need to file your return on time. Why, you might ask? Because failing to file comes with some of the worst penalties. The IRS charges a failure to file penalty of 5% per month on what you owe, up to 25%. So even if you can't pay in full, submit your return before the deadline. That way you're only dealing with the late payment penalties, which are much lower than failure to file penalties. Now, here's something a lot of photographers don't realize. The IRS actually has payment plan options. If you owe less than $50,000, you can set up an installment agreement online. This lets you break your tax bill into manageable monthly payments instead of paying it all at once. So go to irs.gov and search for a payment plan. You can apply online in just a few minutes, and once approved, you'll make smaller monthly payments instead of a huge lump sum. This is so much better than putting your tax bill on a high interest credit card. If you want to knock out your tax bill faster, here are some quick tips to bring in extra cash. One is book a few mini sessions. Offer limited time discounted sessions to bring in fast income. The second is sell unused gear. Got a lens or camera body collecting dust? Sell it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. The third is teach a photography workshop. Even a 1-hour virtual workshop can bring in quick revenue. And lastly, run a print sale. Offer past clients a special deal on prints or albums for a limited time. The goal here isn't to stress yourself out with extra work. It's to make strategic moves that can help you tackle your tax bill faster. Now that we've covered a plan to handle this year, let's make sure you never find yourself in this situation again. Open a separate tax savings account. Every time you get paid, immediately transfer 25 to 30% of that income to this account. Pay quarterly estimated taxes. The IRS expects self-employed people to pay taxes 4 times a year. So mark those deadlines on your calendar, which is April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, and January 15th. And lastly, track your deductions. The more business expenses you claim, the less you owe. If you're not sure what you can deduct, that's exactly what I teach in my free masterclass. So grab your spot in the description. By making these small changes now, tax season will feel way less stressful next year. All right, let's do a quick recap. If you didn't save for taxes this year, here's what you need to do. Figure out exactly how much you owe. File your return on time to avoid extra penalties. Set up a payment plan with the IRS if needed. Find quick cash to pay down your balance faster. And lastly, put a system in place so this never happens again. If this video helped you, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more photography business tips. And don't forget, if you want to make sure you're not overpaying in taxes, grab my free masterclass, Maximizing Your Tax Deductions as a Photographer. I'll walk you through the 5 most commonly missed deductions so you can keep more of your hard-earned money. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you